successful defense of his WBC junior lightweight world title.
Too big, too young, too aggressive. The inactivity of Barros and the 34-year-old legs, not able to motorcycle around the ring, not able to stay away from the big aggressive fighter, not able to survive, not able to last.
20 of the last 21 fights for the 26-year-old Miguel Berchelt have now ended. And let's take a look at that third round where Berchelt just simply tore down his challenger in Barros.
Yeah, right hand, not real solid. Glanced off a little bit.
He was out of his depth.
That pressure. You know, pressure breaks pipes. It breaks
Let
people
me do
too.
this.
And believe me, the pressure was part of this. It wasn't just the solid punches. It was the relentlessness, it was the accumulation, and it was the knowledge that Barros knew this wasn't stopping anytime soon.
And if you notice the replay, Barros indicated that he thought he was pushed by Berchelt, but either way, the corner.
I would like to know. I'm sorry about that. We're in the middle of a bit of this scuffle with top-ranked digital department, so we're trying to get this sorted out, so we know how much we can show and how much we can't. So that's going to take a few more months while this attorney. Long story short. It's going to be interesting to see what Miguel Berchelt is going to do with his career going forward. He's the WBC 130-pound champion. You have Alberto Machado, who's fighting on July the 21st, who should be the WBA Super World, but yet he's the WBA regular, and Gervonta Davis is the WBA Super World. We're going to talk about the 130-pound division as a whole. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live, 11:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, June the 23rd. 2018. Miguel Berchelt just defeated Jonathan Barros, third round TKO. And right now, with the way things looking in the 130-pound division, I can say he's the most dangerous of the 130-pound champions, in my opinion, even though the IBF
Love to watch him. They love that action. He only knows one direction, one gear, fast forward, and you're going to...
I want to see if they're going to give him a post-fight interview. Right now, they're just in the ring. That's the WBC president with Team Berchelt in the ring. But in the meantime, let me move this over here. If you wanted to watch the fight, you had to have the ESPN Plus app, which I'm cool with. It's only $5 a month. You boxing fans kill me sometimes because y'all complain about every single thing. You know, I mean, $5, like, and I'm noticing that the frequency, we're getting at least one fight every couple of weeks. I say that I would be normally having to go through hell and high water to stream and it not be in HD. So I'm cool with what they're asking for boxing, and also understand that UFC is going to have special content on there next year. So it's well worth the $5. I wouldn't be surprised by next year if it's like $7.99. Also, they have a lot of exclusive programming, especially for Top Rank. Long story short, I like the ESPN Plus app. Hold on.
And still, the WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Miguel Alacran Berchelt.
Let's see if they're going to give him a post-fight interview.
And so with the victory tonight by the Scorpion Berchelt, 34-1, the 30 knockouts. Trained at a gym he grew up in. This was his adopted hometown in Yucatan. And a huge win tonight for the Scorpions. We take a look at the...
Just not. So let's look at it. He is 33-1 with 29 KOs. Most notable wins, Takashi Miura and Francisco Vargas. This Francisco Vargas fight, you know, was supposed to be just another fight for Francisco Vargas when he was campaigning on HBO, but it was a upset. Here's the 130-pound division. So let me run it down to you. Okay. So you're likely going to have Francisco Vargas ordered to fight either Miguel Roman or Johnny Gonzalez. We haven't heard anything, or at least I haven't heard anything as of yet. Maybe you guys can enlighten me on that. Gervonta Davis is new WBA Super World Champion. I don't know how he got that. Alberto Machado is the WBA champion, should be WBA Super World, or should have been elevated, if anything. The WBA is weird. I'm not going to get into it in this video. You know, I got a chance to talk to him at the Cotto versus Saddam Ali press conference. I got sick, the flu. This was like the precursor to the big health issue I had earlier this year. But moving on, you're going to have Billy Dibb taking on Tevin Former. If I'm correct, that's happening in August or July. Right now it's June the 23rd. I believe it's in July. No, in August. And then you have Christopher Diaz versus Masayuki Ito for the WBO title. If I'm correct, that's taking place when? Next month, July the 28th. So the 130-pound division is starting to shape out. And now the question is, who and when are these guys going to fight each other? Now, let's talk about the more logical fights that can happen at 130 pounds. For Miguel Berchelt, looks like he's going to be staying at 130 pounds. So depending, you know, I guess, see what goes on with this, or maybe a Francisco Vargas rematch. Maybe. You know, they can always sell Johnny Gonzalez. Would he fight Gervonta Davis? I believe we could see a Berchelt versus Machado, but at the same time, you can't unify with this belt at Machado. You can't. It's the WBA really. You know, we gotta talk about this a lot more in depth for Machado's video and Gervonta Davis's videos. You got Tevin Former, Billy Dibb. You know, I believe that Tevin Former Berchelt can happen. Depending, Billy Dibb would probably, if he was to win against Tevin Former, he would likely, you know, defend his belt in that Oceanic area. But it looks like more likely we would be able to see Miguel Berchelt versus the winner of Christopher Diaz versus Masayuki Ito. The reason why I say that is because Top Rank is broadcasting both of these fighters on ESPN, and it seems like a fight that's not too difficult politically to make. Nonetheless, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. I mean, you know, it's one of those fights. It was a showcase fight tonight. You know, I'm just glad that I was up to be able to watch it. I took my nap earlier, so I kind of got a little energy here right now at 11:30, you know, at night on a Saturday night. But I'm TstreeT Controversy. Please subscribe. All the links to my social media right down below in the description box.